Hi friends, it's Miss Amanda at the Steele Memorial Library. I would like to welcome you to our first Storytime yoga, and I have just a few housekeeping things. First of all, we are not certified yoga instructors, and if you have any interest in learning more about yoga, we do highly recommend that you seek out yoga instructors in our community who can help you with that. Having said that, we are trained in early literacy here at the Steele Memorial Library, and we have a deep passion for yoga, so we are combining those two things. We have early literacy training, and I have practiced yoga personally for over 20 years, and so we are combining those two things here for you today. So welcome to Storytime Yoga, and we're going to open by clapping and singing hello. We clap and sing hello, we clap and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and sing hello. Can we wave? We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and sing hello. Now we're going to stretch up high. We stretch and say hello. We stretch and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stretch and say hello. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is belly breathing. Have you guys ever done belly breathing? We are going to put our hands on our tummies, and we're going to put one hand on our chest and just breathe in normally. For me, I can feel my breath coming in through my chest. Some of you may have felt your breath coming in through your belly. So we're going to take a couple of deep breaths and concentrate on having our breath come through our belly. So when we breathe in, can you feel your hand coming out and your belly expanding like a balloon? And then breathe out. And feel your belly come back in. Can we do that again? Breathe in. And feel your belly go out. And breathe out. And feel your belly go back in, kind of like a balloon deflating. So those are what we call belly breaths. We're going to concentrate on our breathing today while we practice yoga. We're going to breathe in through our nose and expand our belly. And breathe out. And feel your belly go back down. Breathing is very important. It helps you with yoga, and it can help you if your emotions start to take control. If you find that you're getting very angry or anxious or upset about something, you can just stop and take 3 breaths on your own. You don't even have to tell anybody that you're doing it. Just concentrate on breathing in through your belly and out. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that helps calm me down. I hope that works for you. I would like to share with you a story now. The first book I'm going to share with you is Breathe by Scott Magoon. Remember our belly breath. Breathe. Breathe, little whale. Play all day. And swim and swim and swim. And breathe. We're going to dive down deep and explore. Make friends. Swim. Listen to the sea and sing. And breathe. But fear not. We will find another way. We will swim. Most of all, love and be loved. Dream big and sleep deep tonight. And breathe. The end. So now we're going to wiggle and stretch a little. We're going to start by stretching up high to touch the sky. And then we're going to hang down low and touch touch our toes. And then we are going to bend from side to side. And we're going to twist front to back. Okay? We stretch up high like this. We stretch up high like this. We stretch up high and touch the sky. We stretch up high like this. And what did we do next? We hang down low like this. We hang down low like this. We hang down low and tickle our toes. We hang down low like this. And what did we do next? Do we bend side to side? We bend side to side like this. We bend side to side like this. We bend side to side to move and glide. We bend side to side like this. Good job. What was the last thing we were going to do? We were going to twist. Yeah. We twist and turn like this. We twist and turn like this. We twist and turn. We listen and learn. We twist and turn like this. Good job, you guys. I'm going to go through a couple of yoga poses that we are going to do with our next story. So the first one is called mountain pose. We're going to stand with our feet apart. We're going to stand up as tall as we can and kind of envision a straight line coming right out of the top of your head. Can you stand really tall? Good job. And then we're going to put our hands out like this. And then we're just going to breathe in calmly. And that is mountain pose. We're standing tall like a mountain. The next pose is star pose. So we're going to separate our feet, make a wide stance. And we're going to lift our arms way up high and open up our hands just like a star. And we're going to lift our face up and smile. This is a very strong pose. It should make you feel very happy and very invigorated. Is that too big of a word? We're also going to use dragon breath. So standing in mountain pose, really tall like a mountain, we're going to breathe in. And as we exhale, we're going to breathe out very loudly. Just like a dragon. So breathe in and breathe out. And that move is called dragon breath. The next pose that we're going to do, when I do it with you guys, I'm going to do it facing forward. It's called chair pose. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me. We're going to pretend that we're sitting in a chair. If you want to bring your hands right up here and just pretend to sit in a chair, this is called chair pose. And we're going to change it when I do our story. We're going to put our arms right out to the side like we're flying. The last pose that I have is forward bend, which we did with our warm-up stretch. You're just going to bend forward and touch the ground. Now that you know our poses, let's read our story. The second story I'd like to share with you is The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned up all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. And the dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I am very busy, dragon. Please come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. And the dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up to 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge, deep breath. And he breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath, and he breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left over to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? "Why, yes," said the dragon, and he jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. And when he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and he went straight to sleep. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." And the dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up his ear and she put her head right inside and she shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over to the dragon. She opened the cave door and Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the cave door, and there was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and he said, "Elizabeth, you're a mess. You smell like ashes and your hair is all tangled and you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." And they didn't get married after all. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I really like the Paper Bag Princess. Now we're going to do our yoga moves along with the story. So the first move that we had, that we're going to do, is star pose. Elizabeth is a very strong and independent woman. She's having the best life that she can. She is living in a castle. She's got great clothes, and she's about to marry a prince. She's super happy. So everybody look up and smile and take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to come and stand in mountain pose. But what happened to Elizabeth? A dragon came and burned down her palace and stole her prince. And she had nothing to wear, and the only thing she could find was a paper bag. So she put the paper bag on and she went looking for the dragon, and she found his mountain. So stand in our mountain pose. Good job. And she knocked on his door, and the dragon came and he said, "Oh, a princess. I love princesses, but I've just consumed an entire castle. I couldn't possibly eat anything else. Go away and come back another day." But Elizabeth wasn't going to come back another day. She wanted to get her prince back. So she knocked on the door again, and she got the dragon to come out of his mountain, and she tricked the dragon into blowing fire. Can we all do our dragon breath? And he blew down 50 forests. But she tricked him again and got him to blow fire to burn down 100 forests. Can we take another breath? Whew. And after that, the dragon had no more fire in him, and he couldn't even roast a meatball. So the princess asked if he could fly around the world. Can we all sit back in chair pose and put our arms out to the side like we're flying? And the dragon flew around the world really fast. Oh, good job. And he came back, and I was really tired. But Elizabeth said, "I bet you couldn't do that again." And the dragon said, "I can." And so he got into chair pose, and he flew around the world as fast as he could. Oh, and when he got back, he was so tired he fell asleep. So we're going to fall over into forward bend because we're exhausted and we couldn't possibly move anymore. And Elizabeth yelled into his ear, "Dragon," but he didn't move. She yelled even louder, "Hey, dragon," and he still didn't move. So Elizabeth walked up to the mountain. Everybody in mountain pose. Good job. And she opened the door and she went to save Prince Ronald, And Prince Ronald said, "Oh, Elizabeth, your hair is all tangled and you smell like ashes and you're wearing a paper bag. Please come back when you look more like a princess." Elizabeth, she was really strong and she was in star pose, and she said, "Reginald, you have beautiful hair and beautiful clothes, but you, sir, are a bum." And so she left without him. Good job, you guys. We're gonna do that one more time, a little bit faster. So we're gonna start in mountain pose. And then we're going to go into star pose and take a breath in. And then step back. And we're going to go into chair pose and put our arms out and stand back up. And we'll do that again. We'll go down into chair pose and put your arms out and come back up. And we're going to forward bend. And then inhale and come up. And step out into star pose. And that is what we call a vinyasa, and that is a flow. That's when you take yoga movements with breathing and you do them in a nice flow. If everybody will crisscross applesauce and take a seat right down on the ground, we are going to lay down in Shavasana, which we are going to call the sleeping pose, and do a really quick meditation. Now we're going to do all of these poses again, just a little bit faster. So we're going to start in our mountain pose. Now we're going to do a vinyasa along with our story. A vinyasa is a flow. So that's when we take a couple of yoga moves and flowing with our breath, we are going to do them all together, just like in the story. So we're going to do mountain pose. We're going to stand with our feet apart and our hands forward, and we're going to stand up really tall and straight like a mountain. Good job. Then we're going to do a star pose. We're going to stand with our feet and our arms out. We're going to look up to the sky and we're going to smile because we're super happy and we're super strong. Yes. And then we are going to do a dragon breath. Just like in the story, to blow down the fire, we're going to take a big deep inhale in. And when you exhale, you're going to do it very loud through your mouth. Just like a dragon. So inhale and exhale. And that is your dragon breath. And we're going to do a chair pose. So you're going to sit back like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. So I'll turn to the side so that you can see me. You're going to sit back like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. And for us, we're going to add flying arms because we're going to fly around the world. And then we're going to do a forward bend. We're just going to bend forward and touch the ground. And then inhale and come back up. Good job. And now we're going to put all of those moves together with our story. So we're going to start in our mountain pose. As we remembered, Elizabeth is a very strong and powerful princess. So we're going to inhale and we're going to step into star pose and look up and smile. Elizabeth had a fancy castle and fancy clothes, and she was going to marry a prince named Ronald. We can step back into mountain pose, but what happened? A dragon came and he burnt down her castle and he burned all of her pretty clothes and stole Prince Ronald. She had nothing left to wear, but she managed to find a paper bag. So she put on her paper bag and she went out to find Ronald. And it was pretty easy to find where the dragon had gone because he had left all of the burnt forests for her to follow. And then she gets to his cave and knocked on his door. He poked his head out and he said, "Oh, princess, I love princesses, but I've just eaten an entire castle today. Please go away and come back another day." And he slams the door in Elizabeth's face, but Elizabeth, who doesn't give up, knocked on the door again. And the dragon opened the door and he said, "I've already eaten an entire castle and I do so love princesses, but please come back another day." And Elizabeth said, wait. Is it true that your fire is so strong that you can burn down 50 forests? And he said, yes, of course it is. And so he came out and he blew big giant fire breath. Can we do that? Wow, Elizabeth said. can you do that again? And the dragon said, of course I can. And he took a deep breath, an even bigger breath, and he burned down 100 forests. And he went to blow a fire breath again, but he didn't have any more fire left. He couldn't even roast a meatball. So Elizabeth, thinking quickly, asked the dragon if he could fly around the world. And the dragon said, absolutely. So we're gonna sit back in our chair pose. We're gonna put our arms out to fly around the world, and we're gonna fly around the world in just 10 seconds. Wow, said Elizabeth, that was magnificent. Can you do it again? And so the dragon flew around the world in 20 seconds. He was getting tired, and when he came back, he was so tired, he fell forward in forward bend and fell asleep. And Elizabeth yelled into his ear, dragon, but he didn't move. She yelled even louder, hey, dragon, and he still didn't move. So Elizabeth walked up to the mountain. Everybody in mountain pose, good job. And she opened the door and she went to save Prince Ronald. And Prince Ronald said, oh, Elizabeth, your hair is all tangled and you smell like ashes and you're wearing a paper bag. Please come back when you look more like a princess. And Elizabeth stood in star pose and she said, Ronald, your hair is really nice and you have great clothes, but you are a bum. And so she left without getting married to Ronald. I don't blame her. Now we're going to do all of these poses again, just a little bit faster. So we're going to start in our mountain pose. Everybody will crisscross applesauce. We're going to take a seat on the ground and we are going to do a quick meditation. So we are going to go into Shavasana, which we're going to call the sleeping pose. And you're just going to lie back on your floor or your mat or your bed or wherever you are. And we're going to just breathe slowly. Inhale. Take a little pause and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We do that one more time. And exhale. You can go ahead and close your eyes if you want to. You're going to envision a golden light around your feet. And I want you to clench your feet muscles nice and tight and inhale. And then exhale and relax your feet. And now that golden light is moving up to your legs. And you're going to inhale and clench your leg muscles, tighten your legs, tight, 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 tight. And then exhale and relax your legs. And now that golden light is hovering over your tummy. I'm going to tighten your tummy and breathe in. And keep it tight, tight, tight. And exhale and relax. And now the golden light is over your hands. And you're going to tighten your hands, keep them tight, and inhale. And exhale and relax your hands. And now the golden light is over your arms. Can you tighten your arm muscles and breathe in? Keep them tight and relax. Now the golden light has moved over your shoulders and your neck. Can you breathe in and tighten your shoulders and your neck? And then relax and breathe out. And finally, the golden light is over your head. Can you envision this golden light over your head? We're going to tighten our face. You squish up your face really tight and breathe in. And then exhale and relax your face. Can you feel your whole body relaxing into the floor or the mat or the bed, wherever you are? We're going to take 3 slow breaths. Inhale and exhale. And inhale able to stay here for a nap, or maybe it's bedtime, you can just go ahead and keep your eyes closed, relax, breathe softly, and fall asleep. For those of us who are not ready to stay asleep yet, we're going to wiggle our toes and wiggle our fingers. Blink open your eyes. Go ahead and sit up back into crisscross applesauce. I would like to thank you guys for joining us for our first yoga story time. We're going to bring our hands in prayer hands right in front of our hearts, and we're going to say Namaste. Namaste is Hindu for I bow to you, and it is a traditional yoga ending, so we just say Namaste, and thank you for coming. Have a good day.